from Men in Blazers, Roger Bennett. So Roger Bennett joins us. I got a blazer for you. I don't have the patch sewn on, but here it is. There is the Men in Blazers patch. So I've honored you accordingly. Welcome to the show.
It's a joy to be here on the show that Bill Murray drank vodka and ate Costco peanuts. It is a joy to follow that, is all I will tell you. You look great. We're all alive. Happy Memorial Day weekend, America.
Same. We're going to have a little tribute to Memorial Day at the end of this segment, which will end our show. This is the room where we've interviewed Bill Murray. We've interviewed the IOC president. We've interviewed the president of the United States. So in many ways, this has been a panic room situation. We were there when the original panic room, the overseas panic room, took shape during our World Cup coverage on ESPN. Why don't you take everyone back to the origins of the panic room?
We were ahead of our time in the panic room in many ways. We broadcast the 2014 World Cup in Rio out of a air-conditioned, dripping, tiny little cupboard with a fixed camera. It was just, essentially the cheapest television possible. And we were just ahead of our time. For us, we realized that with our big bald heads that close to the camera, we could make television come alive. And in many ways, the pandemic, like Andrew Luck, everyone used to laugh at his beard. We all have beards now. Everyone's sports broadcasting from their own version of the panic room, Tirico, even you.
You and Davo were light years ahead, 6 years actually, ahead of everyone. Little did we know at that point. By the way, the Sox jacket, is that an ode to Chet Lemon, the Carlton Fisk White Sox days? Who is this an ode to?
It's an ode to Joey Cora, the greatest baseball player who ever lived. A man who took to the diamond without a great amount of skill, but with more passion than everybody else that surrounded him. He never seemed to take sports for granted, nor his ability to be a pro athlete. And the first ever game I went to as a newly minted American was back in the day at Old Comiskey. And to watch him was to really, for me, to revere in everything that's great about sports, and that I'm sure we both miss, which is passion, joy, meaning, and never taking a day for granted, which is something neither you nor I will do again.
That is quite true. I hate to ask you a serious question because we're having fun, but Premier League, we know that the small workouts, small teams, small-sided workouts are starting here a little bit. Things are going in a positive direction. What's your feeling on seeing the end of a Premier League season here?
Well, we're all Bundesliga fans right now. The Bundesliga kicked off last week, closed doors, what they call in Germany, Geistspieler. The Germans always have a word for it. Behind closed doors, no fans. Did you watch any of it, Mike?
I did. I popped it on briefly. I heard the first goal. When the first goal was scored, the song they play in celebration, they were blaring so it could be louder than the fans, but there were no fans there. But they figured that out along the way, and it was live sports, so I kind of enjoyed it. What about you?
It was good enough. It was good enough. We had Daryl Morey of the Houston Rockets on our podcast this week, and he talked about watching that from an NBA perspective. It passed the test. It wasn't what it used to be. It is imperfect, but it's good enough. And when Dortmund opened that scoring with just a lustrous team move, the ball smacked into the back of the net. I felt those feelings that for 70 days I had not felt, of being connected to a joyous, human, ebullient conversation that was taking place globally in that moment. That's what live sports is, that moment of human connection. We will have that again. But Germany is Germany, and they have flattened the curve. They have tested. They have contact tracing. England, not so much. So it's going to take a little bit longer, but I do believe by the end of June, football will be back with Rebecca Lowe in our loving arms, Mike.
Yes, and a properly made cup of tea, as Rebecca scolded me, and that'll be coming up on Breakfast with Bex on an Instagram feed near you coming up. You have Men in Blazers on Ice special coming up on Monday, plus the regular Men in Blazers stuff. You guys are the best. You've been great friends. I have the hat from the Panic Room, so thank you. I have my Men in Blazers sticker. I've become one of you guys. Good to see you, buddy. Be well.
Courage, America.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.